winning week away with Munster, Nathan Nicholls returns back to the English camp for their fourth round matchup against France. Nathan looking to seal up his fourth Six Nations title as well. This one is a must-win for the boys in whites. Hello everyone and welcome along to Cornflakes Group, your home of Rugby Challenge 3 and the Nathan Nicholls Be A Pro career. We're in our fourth round matchup against the French, and here is the French side for today's game as well. These guys sit in a bit of a log jam of three teams on 4 points. So in here for the French will drastically change their season, and they'll go to 6 alongside England with 1 game to play, but Scotland and Ireland, who played today, also have other thoughts onto how that one is going to go down. The French side, we know one man who is really going to be a danger to us, and that is Fiku at inside centre. We've seen him before, we'll see him many times again, but he could really tear us apart, and alongside their background pack, they seem to perform pretty well, and it's ever improving year after year too. Troublesome side of France, can Nicholls and England put them away again? Here is the English team with just the one change from the last match we've seen. The big win tour was over Scotland. Is George Ford coming in to start at fly half, replacing Tommy Bell, who has departed with injury. Outside and inside stays all the same. Break and scrum half, Shingler, Fahey, Stanley, Banahan and Nicholls. The rest of the back line, Dowson, Christopher, Blanchard, Twomey, Tecklenburg, Emiliano, Armitage and Jones line up for the pack in this good-looking side from England in this season. 3 Six Nations titles to his name so far in his career. Nathan Nicholls, he's looking to make it number 4, and a win here today will go pretty much all the way towards securing that 4th title. Referee blows, we are underway. Nicholls kicks off and England chase hard and do not regather. France grab the ball in for the first use of the ball, and we've already seen dangerous sides this season. Things that Wales can do, things that all the sides can do, as a mistake from the French early on, a forward pass by the second rower trying to escape out of their 22. Probably should have just looked for the kick there, as he played a little bit too flat, a little bit too desperate, busting through those tackles. But Wales have been the biggest surprise, I guess you could say. They really put us to the sword, and since then, though, they've been abysmal. Even Italy, we only just managed to beat by a handful of points. So big contrast here as we smash Scotland, and now we've got to do the same to the French. There's a breakaway. Matt Banahan down the right hand side. Inside Banner's got ball. Nathan's caught up on. Oh, Banner's wake up. Matty Banner was all there for you. Nicholls is not happy. He looks ropeable. All there for the return pass, and Nathan just could not get it there to the man. Ball to the front of the line out. France pull it in. What a disappointing end to that promising play. France keeping it tight to the sideline, and England look to turn this over. Could just about come their way. Surely France have to kick here. They've got to get rid of this ball out of their own 22. Great little round down the short side. Quickly recycled for the French. There's the knock on, and we haven't even talked about it yet, have we? The rain is going to be a massive factor in this matchup. France, they're the first team to come under its influence with a knock on there, right on their 22, or inside their 22 even. Great place now for England to attack. I mean, does Nicholls really even want to be in the line? I mean, surely they're not going to go to Banners. That would be a travesty to go that short. Break. Goes open. Straight to Ford. Ford goes back to Nicholls. Nicholls looks to using this coloration. Big pass wide left side. Picked up from Stanley. And they do not free it up. That's poor. It was a lot on nothing. As here is Break. A little bit of a run himself. He's got no friends. So they do quickly come. We're going to go open side again. Good little run through the middle there from Tecklenburg. Something short side maybe? No, JP Jones changes his mind and they go inside now before. It is a good run away through Tecklenburg again. who has been involved in a lot. Change of directions from Fahey. Nicholls off finds Ozzy. Forward back inside. Emilino tries to shimmy inside. Nicholls in first receiver on the right hand side. Passes it back and Nicholls is in. First try of the game and the first points of the match. Nicholls ticks up a lot of objectives with that try. And England had to score. They were in the opportunity zone. They had to turn it into points. Great ball back from Stefan Armitage, turning it to the right after he went left. Nice little ball from Ford to Emilino, and then this. Armitage dragged him left and turned it back to Nicholls, who was burning on the inside at pace. Straight through a gaping hole and straight in for the opening try. France go behind. And England take first blood. Right in front for Mr. Nicholls. He's been a great goal kicker for England. And he sets them on their way. 7-0 England over France. A win here will put England on 8 points, which would almost guarantee them the Six Nations title. The winner of Scotland versus Ireland will be the only one standing in their way should they get the victory here. If they lose this one, then it's all open for young and old. Pulled the ball in there, England. They'll have the use of the football. JP Jones goes a little short one for Nathan. And he trudges through the tackle on the 10-metre line. Creates space to the left-hand side. And Shingler, pips it back in. And JP Jones has knocked that on. France will look to come back. And a man with a name like JP Jones is one you'd expect to be in the blue and red of the French.
Advantage over.
Advantage is over. Nicholls attacks the kick. And he runs it back two, stepping away from one and away from two. Still got Stanley. Oh no, Stanley! You absolute clown! What are you doing on the outside of the sideline? You've got to stay in the field of play, Stanley! Oh, I beat two players. I could have done a third by myself. Thought I'd be the team player. Thought I'd give Stanley the runaway. And I get kicked in the nuts like that. What a let-off for France. They've gone all the way back. Their fullback who was very, very deep. And now they get him behind two. Very good play here from France. And it's 2-on-1. The dummy sails away to Nicholls. Now they go to the skies. Oh, this is a great kick. Very good kick. And over goes France. First. Oh! Has he knocked it on? The referee doesn't know. This could be a try saver. Who by? It was a great break. Nicholls bided his time. They went to the sky. Someone went up for it. Looked like the open side flanker. Fahey. Ooh. Well, Fiku created the space. Nicholls shut it down again. Up they go. Tackle 1 and 2. The ball's dislodged there. Well, I can't see a thing. I have no idea. Normally you can see a little bit of a grounding or something. Depends on the referee said here. Is he awarded it as an on-field try or not? That's the big decision. There's no decision to not or give it, and the TMO has said no try, 5-metre scrum.
Crouch.
French put in though, which is interesting because I would have classed that as a knock-on. Oh, England get a great shove. They pummel through as well. They go over the top of the ball. And they could set it up here with Break. Break just goes off and kicks it one away. Finds room off to the left side, and that beautifully finds touch. Great kick from Break on his own line, and he box kicked off the scrum and exquisitely put it into touch right on halfway to. Great kick from the scrum half. Here's France here. Get the ball straight back. And they're in their own half, and Nicholls is running up to the line. I'm a bit concerned about where he's going with this. Everyone's jumping in for the French, and now they come wide. They look to open up there, outnumbered defensively, and they make the mistake. Forward pass. And that was Gael Fiku. With that one. But not the first one that the French have made here today. 26 minutes gone. And England's lead is 7-2-0. Everything's set up pretty well. all over the field here today. Question remains in what way will they attack? They've got a very, very shallow blind side to the left, and they've gone that way as well. Stanley on the back side. Good play from Jones. Nicholls will stand right in behind the breakdown, but they're going to lose this thing. And it comes back to France. Turnaround ball, and they look to kick, and Nicholls had to read that. He did brilliantly. Is he going to use the support this time? He comes out wide, beats one, straight through, and two. Still got out wide. It's there for Shingler. Goes to Banahan. Banahan dummies. Banahan's into touch. Whoa, that was lucky by France. They almost got cut to ribbons, but just saved by the touchline on that occasion. Line out comes in, stolen by England. This is what they need now as well. Huge pass wide. Nicholls gets it last there. He's looking to bust through. Does very well. Looking for the man on the left side, but doesn't need him. He's gone all the way. Sam Stanley running outside of the field of play. Once again, unrequired. Nathan does it himself. A blistering try off the turnover set piece. Quickly put right, wide and bang. One man bulldozed over, and across comes the fullback. Nicholls uses every little millimetre of the field he can, but where is Sam Stanley? That's the question that's got to be asked. Fahey to Nathan Nicholls. Oh, the one defender just gets shouldered away. Demolition tackle, and in goes Nicholls again. That's his second of the game, and England lead 12-0. Almost up to half-time. Bit of a breeze here against Nathan Nicholls. He's got to judge this in the pouring rain as well. Hits it into the night sky. Black clouds up there. The ball comes down in between the sticks. If ever lightning was going to strike the field, that's not on Nathan. It would be today in this gloomy conditions. Look at that, just terrible. You can hardly see the top of the stadium. And there's people sitting up there. Kick off from France. Everyone's waiting for it, and unsurprisingly, the French pull it in. Turnover ball by Fahey, and here comes England again. Now turnover by France. They get it straight back, and a massive tackle, demolishing the French runner. They go directly behind the breakdown, and they're going nowhere, and they've knocked the ball on. Nathan hasn't even made a tackle yet, as he just runs in and smashes over. And another mistake by the man in the second row. And to be fair, that is not his first knock-on or forward pass.
Bind.
Scrum feed again to England, and break will have the put in. Let's get all these set right. Now again, we've got a packed left side, which is the open. Just a short blind on the two players, Fahey and Banahan. That is dangerous, however, if Nicholls goes and joins in. Ford runs hard at them, and they offload beautifully as well. They're in behind the defence nicely, overrun by everyone. Nicholls quickly goes to Banahan, and Banahan is hammered. What a run though from Blanchard. Almost did a bit too much, as Banahan and Nicholls both overrun the great move from the prop. They come a bit unstuck there. Half-time goes. England to the middle, and France are the ones that pull it down. Now they do have numbers to their right if they want to use them, but they look to come back to this left side defence, close to the touchline. An offload just saves the game from going to half-time, and now France are starting to put on the huge plays. Look at these offloads. This is getting ridiculous now. Nicholls up on the line looking to make something pay. France say, no, we've had enough. And after all that immaculate, beautiful hands, they decide to go to half-time. Quite remarkable how they kept it alive through all of that and then decided, no, we've had enough. 14-0 is the score. England were finally under threat, and France pulled the pin. Bizarre. Very, very bizarre. Half-time goes. Possession almost dead even. France taken it by a whisker. Territory a bit more to the French, 58-42. The handling errors arrive 8-4, 12 of the match. France making a number of handling errors, but line breaks is where the English are excelling, 6-3. Nathan Nicholls is proving to be a catalyst in the attack as we know him so well to be. Their tackle count pretty even, and both sides kicking probably not as much as they really should. But with the way those hands went by France just for half time, I dread to see what they're going to do in the second half. This could be a tough one for the English. Back to halfway they come, trailing by 14 points. France have it all to do. If they can keep up that play they did just before half-time, they could be in for the game. Nicholls has gone into their breakdown, but not before it's thrown over. And now France come wide. They open out something though. Defensively, they strike through. 3 defenders, still going close. How is he doing it? He's still going. Ridiculous play by France, and this is what we feared. The lead is only 14. It's not going to stand up to this by France if they keep it up. Change of directions. They go through the middle. So many numbers away to the left.
Release.
3 players on Nathan Nicholls. Still, there's 3. Breaking through 1. They go out wide. This man knows Nathan. The pass inside is beautiful. And a try to France is scored. They finally get over. And what we've seen a glimmer of just before half-time has continued on in full flow. And Roman Luka has scored the try for France. Nicholls committed to the one man out wide when he put it in, and the fly half goes to another 2 tackles. England falling off them like they've rubbed themselves in soap at half-time. That's how slippery the French, I should say, have become. Nicholls hit his man nicely, but the offload was absolutely perfect. Well, France are back, folks. They are well and truly back. Lilou. I expect this is the fullback who's doing the kicking off from halfway. It is indeed. He's got the goal kicking duties as well. And that is over. The lead is cut in half, and England lead by just 7 now. As the French have their first converted try of the game. It is 14-7. England over France. Back to halfway for Nathan. 45 minutes gone in the game. He kicks high left side. The rain is hiding where the ball has gone, masking its track. As England do win the ball straight off their own line out. They're going to go, open side. Look like they're going to get a shot. Great ball. Away to Armitage. Stefan Armitage looking for support. Nicholls brought his dummy more than the defenders did. And he jumps in his first breakdown of the game. He needs to still do one more. JP Jones away to Blanchard. Oh, there's so many numbers. It's got to be a try. Matty Bennett, what are you doing? It's just gone dead in goal. Too heavy, Matty. Too heavy. So option for the French, 22 dropout scrum. It would be from about 8 metres out of their own line. They do go for the 22 dropout. Looks like they're going to try and retain it as well. They go fairly short and, straight to touch. And, that's maybe a bit of a mistake there from the assistant referees because D. Matsu possibly gone out in the full. Rules the same as kickoffs, so I think either way, they have made a mess of that one. And Nicholls and his English buddies starts to move. In motion in the back line, as they say. Nicholls moves in outside of Shinglet. Oh, and he gets the ball out wide as Banahan goes inside. Nathan gets a hat-trick, and that was 2 passes too easy. 19-7. Don't worry about anything else. Nathan gets 3. Banahan was the decoy. Watch this from break. Did it too easy. Away to forward. Banahan cut back. That drew 2 defenders. Nicholls was too quick for the covering across. And the fullback, Lilou, was nowhere in sight, covering across from the scrum as well. It's too much room against a lightning player like Nicholls. You notice Shinglet cut in as well. And there was 2 guys who drew in half that defensive line. And Nathan, when he's one-on-one with speed, when he's got the corner, when he's got the gap and he's got that open space, he is too hard to stop. And that could be a killer try for the French. Way out on the right now, Nathan. Wind in his face, rain in his face. Goal kick is straight between the sticks. No matter what the distraction, the 2 points are almost guaranteed for England. 21-7. And the Six Nations looks like it might be coming back to England. Would be back-to-back as well. They won it last season. Nathan's in a bit of trouble there. Oh, great support. Break. Turns around the corner. Emiliano goes out wide and Christopher does very well. Keeping it open and no options. Nicely. Oh, beautiful play there. Almost created a great break. But they come a bit unstuck in the end. You've got to love that commitment there from the English pack. Cutting them to ribbons. It's advantage France as they break out of one tackle. Stanley, but into touch, he's gone. Knock on by England. Fahey's got an argument to make.
Crouch.
We'll love to see the replay of that run, but we won't get to see it.
Set.
It was simply superb. You don't really want to be in the line here. The French team can break tackles the way it's been going in the rain. And here's Stanley with work to do on defence again. The man gets away from the Stanley tackle and turned over and absolutely pulverised into touch. Looks like break on this occasion. He was only a half metre outside his 22 as well. Line out. Stolen. It's been stolen. And break this time. Hammers it downfield. Gets it straight to Lilu, who comes into the tackle and France instantly start to attack. They are passing for fun. Drawing defenders. Breaking tackles. My goodness. It was the first try scorer that didn't stand, almost carving through for a second opportunity of the game. Coming wide. Oh, knocked on. Stanley was all over that one. Nicholls trying to twinkle toes between three defenders. Blanchard, he's been simply outstanding. Fahey will go out to touch and we will have the scrum. Knock on from France. And England get the feed.
Bind.
Break, who has been very good.
Set.
We'll feed it for England. The pack has been just phenomenal. Look at that. Another one for the English front row in their corresponding pack. Nicholls cut it in. He was going to go straight back outside, but he was wrapped up beautifully by the French defence. Inside ball from Banahan. Finding it there nicely to Dowson. As Nicholls try. Oh, it's been turned over. And France get it back. An opportunity now. Well, it was for England to put this game to bed. Has been quickly put to bed itself as France come wide. Beautifully options out wide. It's 1-on-1. Nathan versus the same winger. He has dragged him into touch. And that is a great tackle from Nathan. And he saves England's bacon once again. Line out for the English. Nicholls, he's in his own and goal. That's how far back he is. France win it. Oh, we better make sure we're up in the line. Don't worry about this defence right now. It is 2-on-1. Nathan's got work to do. He commits to his man once more. He's got to turn it over. He has. Oh, and he's been smashed into touch for his efforts. What a shame. We got a ruck turnover. And that counts for anything. I'm not sure it really does. We want to be wide. I think we've got everything pretty much how we set there, how we want to be. What's happening? They're mauling. 8 minutes to go on this one. Oh man, there's another 4-on-1 overlap out here. Nicholls goes to help out, break, slides on a tackle. And it's another great run by France. I got to remember I've got to commit to another breakdown yet. Yeah, let's get in there. Good work, good work. Oh, yes, boys, that's beautiful. Armitage fires wide. Twomey does very well. Nicholls is committed, but he can't review the camera as that's a great little bust away from Banahan, but it is turned over. He was all alone. And now France coming in. Now's our chance for a turnover, isn't it? No, not quite. It's all right. I mean, Dowson, there's no point you going out there, really.
Release.
There's really no point in prop being a fullback, Dowson. Just go back.
Release.
Hit a ruck or something, you big loaf. France outside the 22. The referee looked like he was one of our defenders. It's another Frenchman. Drives through 3 tackles and a turnover to boot. Now we're going to chase this one. Chase it hard. It swirls round in the wind. Nathan's on hand. Oh, that is a dumping tip tackle from the English captain, and he's got away with it as well. Turned it back. Nathan was going to the right side. Thought we were on there. Out wide for Stanley. Stanley dummies. Stanley dummies. Stanley going all the way. Almost beautiful from Stanley. Tecklenburg. He has been absolutely demolished again. Dropping the shoulder and bulldozing him over the sideline. 21-7 the score. This will be pretty much Six Nations guaranteed. Seconds to go. Not anymore. It is all over time-wise. And England turn the ball over at the line-out. Right, what can we do? Let's cook something up. We're going to just end the game. Well, there you go. No concern at all from George Ford. No looking for another try. No trying to do anything. Just kick it out. England win it, but the scoreline did flatter how this game went. The French were fairly decent. They broke a lot of tackles, yet they could not finish it off with tries. England was solid, but they were not spectacular at all. The French, though, they deserved a bit more out of this game. Only 1 try, and they lose it by 14 points. Luca picked up the 1 try for French, and Lilu was the converter. Nathan Nicholls scored all the points for England, 3 tries, 3 conversions, and then 21 points. Full-time stats, well, it was France that just nudged it for the whole game, didn't they? 53% of possession, 56% of territory. The kicks were high, the mistakes were high, the scrums were high. This was a real wet weather game, and surprisingly, both sides still went for tries. The tackle count was massive, with a total of 98 tackles, 55 to 43. But France, I guess they can blame this one on handling errors. Too many forward passes, too many knock-ons, but 14 for the game is pretty high for a match of this level. But look at it. Look at the weather. It is absolutely bucketing. Well, Nathan had a good match overall. He did everything except for an offload. 3 tries, 3 conversions, 3 line breaks, 5 tackles, won a contest, hit some rucks, and also made handling errors. So he wasn't immune to the weather effects either. But I think overall, had a solid game. More importantly, surely one hand now is on the Six Nations title for this season. 1 game to go, and I'd imagine it will be against Ireland, who possibly could have beaten Scotland. We'll have to go and check that out. Wow, well, how about that? How about that? We failed our kicking meters. Oh, that is so stupid. And you know why we failed kicking meters? Because the French didn't score enough tries. Normally you just get kicking meters by kicking off, or 22s or something like that, but there wasn't enough of them. We only managed 37 kicking meters. Normally we do a few chips, normally we do a few punts after breaking the line from our own goal line. We didn't do any of that today. Amazingly, we were only 14 meters short. We could have done a little chip, would have been ample enough, but we didn't do it. What a shame. If I knew, we could have made a little bit more effort, but unfortunately not to be. We did the breakdowns nicely. We scored enough tries, enough running meters easily as well, and we had contests. There would have been a really easy 5 from 5 to do as well if we just got the kicking meters. What a shame. We have gone minus 0.1 on kicking and goal kicking, but look at the rest of the stats. Fitness 0.3 up, speed, acceleration, aggression up 0.1, agility up 0.3, strength up 0.1, mental up 0.6, massive increase there, and discipline up 0.4. Hopefully a good rating though as well. A 7.84, that's not very good. Not even an 8. Overall, that's disappointing, but again, team over individuals, a good win for England is what matters the most. Oh, there's an upset! Scotland over Ireland, 22-20. Well, that changes things. Okay, we know all this. Now, we are up against Ireland like I thought, but it means that Scotland are the only team that can possibly pass us. I mean, realistically, we beat them and our points differential is massively higher. Ireland are on 4. They lost to Scotland. Their season's done. All they could do was help Scotland, but Scotland will be playing against Wales, who they should easily beat as well, but they're going to have to beat them by, a good 60 points or 80 points, and we're going to have to lose by about, the same amount. If we both win and lose by 50, it'll be a turnaround from third to first for Scotland, but as it stands, it looks like if we win, we have the title. If we lose, we'll probably still take it as well. Last round of matches, Ireland, England, Scotland, Wales, and that is the Six Nations done for 2021. And we will take our crown for the 4th time as well. Back to back, which is most interesting for Nathan. You see that? Last time he won was 2020. So very, very nice to see. Next match is up against Ireland for the final round of the Six Nations. But have a look at these stats. Fitness, speed, acceleration, aggression, agility, breaking tackles, passing, kicking, goal kicking, strength and mental, all at 100. A little bit more to go on mainly tackling, catching and discipline, and we could almost have a full board heading into the end of the season. Great match so far from Nathan, did what he had to do and got England to that almost capturing another title, but I think we should definitely do it against Ireland, who lost to Scotland, who we smashed. So if you look at the roundabout circle of things, it should be a Six Nations title for Nicholls. And think about it as well. I don't really want to say this, but we haven't been injured. Now, the injury nations is normally where we get a big one, which makes us miss about 10, 12 weeks of the normal competition as well. So happy we've survived, but one game still to go. So I shouldn't have probably spoken too soon. But that is it for today's episode. A good win from England and a good performance from Nathan. 3 tries, 3 conversions. He scored all the points for the home team. So that's what we like to see from Nathan, and more of that next episode as well. Thanks for tuning in and watching. Hope you're enjoying the series, and I'll see you all next time for our game against Ireland. Until then, take care.